Hello students, welcome to the next video on solubility of drugs. In this video, we are going to study about diffusion principle in biological system. So, you know that matter moves by diffusion along energy gradients from area of high concentration to area of lower concentration. The rate of diffusion depends on temperature, size of particle and the size of concentration gradient. In biology, the selectively permeable cell membrane creates two special form of diffusion, namely first one, that is osmosis from the diffusion of water, and second, that is dialysis from the diffusion of solutes. Diffusion is one principal method of movement of substance within cell as well as from essential small molecule to cross the cell membrane. Then cell membrane act as barrier for most but not all molecules. The cell membrane that could allow some materials to pass while prevent the material of other molecules is major step in development of the cell. The cell membrane functions as a semi-permeable barrier allowing a very few molecule cross it while holding majority of chemical inside the cell. We can say that cell membrane separates the inner cellular environment from the outer cellular or external environment. Most of the molecules move from higher to lower concentration although there will be some molecule that move from low to high concentration. Then the overall movement is thus from high to low concentration. So, if there is no energy input into the system, the molecule reaches a state of equilibrium and gets uniformly distributed throughout the system. Then, the cell membrane is composed of phospholipids and proteins. Absorption of drug across the stomach lining or mucosa and the blood-brain barrier are two representative examples of transport phenomenon. Skin is also great example of membrane for the entry of drug. The transport of drug molecule through a non-porous membrane occur by diffusion. Transport through porous cell membrane occurs by diffusion as well as convection. Then the rate of diffusion is expressed by equation dm by dt is equal to dsk c1 minus c2 upon h. So here m is the amount of drug dissolved, t is time, d is diffusion coefficient of the drug, s is surface area of the membrane, k is oil in water partition coefficient, h is thickness of the liquid film, c1 is the concentration of the drug at donor side of membrane, c2 is the concentration of drug at receptor side, and C1 minus C2 is concentration gradient. However, C1 and C2 are not measured since their values vary within the membrane. Then, typically, the gradient is measured as CD minus CR, representing the partition at each phase, namely KO by W is equal to C1 upon CD and KO by W is equal to C2 upon CR. Then the rate of drug transport into diffusional system is predominantly dependent upon the magnitude of the concentration gradient considering the other parameter constant. I will also like to add that water, carbon dioxide and oxygen are amongst the few simple molecules that can cross the cell membrane by diffusion or a type of diffusion known as osmosis. Gas exchange in lung operates by diffusion process. All cell because of cellular metabolic process produce carbon dioxide. Since the source is inside the cell, the concentration gradient is constantly being replenished leading to net flow of carbon dioxide out of the cell. Then also metabolic process in animals and plants usually require oxygen, which is in lower concentration inside the cell, have the net flow of oxygen into the cell through diffusion. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you have understood diffusion principle in biological system. Thank you.